Welcome into the next episode of First Base. This is a part 2 and continuation of the last one. Enjoy. Okay, I think we should talk about something a little juicy.
So, Taylor and I have been close for some time now. The reason I feel like we even got closer, there have been so many instances where we've met mutual people and then they've ended up leaving our lives or we've kind of cut them out because it was necessary.
Yeah, actually, that's very much the truth.
It brought us closer together.
Closer. So in a weird way, it's been a blessing in disguise through those things because I will say, so this was our first fight that we had to do because of another friendship that we both had.
We let it go. We're here today.
But that's what I mean. Like, it was weird how it kind of came about because in a weird way, it did make us closer. Like, it was an argument, but it oddly, like, I don't know. We did because I feel like also the way we handled it, I felt like said a lot about you and I as people outside of.
He was a little boy.
Yeah, I feel like we quickly realized. I realized the way that you handled the conflict and the way that I handled it. We handled it very similar.
High five.
And and we communicated, and I felt like the other portion of the friendship triangle that was going on in this story did not communicate, and it could have been majorly avoided. We'll start from. I guess we should start from the beginning though of how we met him. This is the explanation and story of our first argument.
Yes,
really.
But the only way that I can describe him to relate it back to Sculpt, since we just talked about it, was when Taylor and I went to a late night class. It's always those late night classes, and the instructor wants to be in on the joke. That's our name for that one. Okay.
That was a night.
We've never been to that class more than like twice.
Yeah.
But
a couple times.
Right. So he did this move. You get like in a sumo squat essentially, and then you have a weight because it's yoga with weights. And he like made us like go like this.
So you're in a sumo squat.
Motion. Yeah. And Taylor's right next to me, and I like lean behind her because we're like sideways on the yoga mat, and I like lean and I like look at her, and I'm like, this is like Denver.
Our friend.
Like,
we're not gonna say his real name. His nickname is gonna be Denver. And she looked at me and she said,
"If you're watching this, I don't blame you. We're cool."
Yeah. But she said, "This is like Denver."
Oh my God! The instructor we start giggling. There's six people in this class, and he was like, I would love to know what we're laughing about. And I was like, in the middle of class while he's instructing, I was so shocked.
We were like, oh,
crap. But anyways, that's the way that I would describe.
That's how we would describe Denver,
give you
our friends. Basically, though, the way that I knew Denver was from an old fling that I had in the past. He was good friends with that fling that I had, and Denver and I grew a super strong friendship.
Just by proxy.
Really, we did.
He was an interesting individual.
We became very close. Like we've met each other's families. Like we became really close. Yeah. And I still have so much like love for Denver. I don't. I consider him, I don't know, still a friend. Like I wish I could get back to how it used to be. I don't know if it ever would, but anyway, Denver, that's how I met him. We grew a bond with each other, both from the Midwest, both love sports. Also, just both of us were big goofballs, too. And, I felt like we could talk, and we would talk about whatever. And he would listen to me, and vice versa. And we just really grew a really good friendship. And as time went on,
he was a cool cat until he wasn't.
He comes out and visits Arizona a lot, and he ended up staying here with me, as a friend, literally as a friend. And he would come and stay for weeks at a time. And with that, then I started to introduce him a lot to my friend group out here in Arizona.
He melded pretty quickly.
Yeah, with a lot of our girlfriends too. Yeah, and he visited a lot.
He invited y'all to come out.
Yeah, it was very easy for us, and also Denver's very close, so it was easy for us all to keep a close friendship, and because we saw each other a lot, and we were consistent with it. But he really started to grow a bond with the rest of the girls within my friend group too, and Sophie being one of them. I remember when I introduced them, we were all just getting margaritas.
We immediately hit it off.
And
I didn't think he liked me, and then you texted me and you were like,
yes, I know you did. Actually, Sophie thought that he didn't like her at all. She was like, I don't know, I couldn't get a read. And he immediately to me was like, I like her. She's super chill. She's very, I hate that word though. I don't like that word
so
chill.
chill.
Like I hate when people describe people as chill. I was like, what he should have said is like, you have a very calm demeanor. You're very laid back, easygoing.
Yeah, stop saying chill.
I
We're
hate
gonna start saying calm demeanor.
Chill is very out.
Chill's out, calm demeanor's
But I loved, he like really liked that about her. And he's like, she's super cool and easy to talk to. And I was like, oh, I agree. Because at that point, her and I had started becoming
that was like really
friends
started being
too.
close, yeah.
So I was like, okay, I see what you mean. Like, I agree. I've been feeling that way. Like, I would hang out with you and we would do double dating and stuff like that. That was kind of before he really, so we were starting to meld into each other's lives more anyway. So I was like, oh, I like that you like her. That's good, because I also do. And with that, 3 times, he started to, no, I was trying to think of how I want to say this. He started having kind of things with,
he went berserk.
well, he started having things with girls in the group.
Like, homie hopped. He homie hopped.
But like, not, I don't want to say it that extreme, because it's not like he was doing.
Extreme?
But he wasn't, I feel like homie hopping comes off like he slept
okay.
Let
me back up.
Like, that's why I'm like, I don't want to say that. That's a lot.
So he started, over time he started to.
He's just a very flirtatious person.
He started to really become close with like one, and then another, and then another.
My group of girlfriends. Like, it go through spurts.
Suddenly he was best friends with everyone.
He was really close with so-and-so for a while.
He was close with me, but he was close with Taylor.
Yeah.
And it was like,
I was always the one that really...
She connected us all.
Yes. He was my friend. Like, and I kind of brought him into the fold. And with that, I think at times, being honest though, I would get a little jealous because I would be like, okay, this is my friend, but then sometimes I felt like he was talking to my friends more than he even talked to me. And I don't know. And I was like, he knows, I fully admitted that I had a little bit of a crush on him, I think, for sure. But
it was a major crush.
It wasn't. It was not. It was not major. Like,
she did. She had a little crush.
I definitely had a little crush, and I don't think I realized it for a while though. I think that everybody else out of my friends saw that I had the crush a little bit.
He totally seemed like all about it.
So I'll explain that I feel like all my girlfriends, I kind of eventually, like, we had been friends for such a long time that I was like, no, that's weird.
Right.
And then I, like, kind of started to think about it more. I was like, maybe I do kind of have a little crush on him.
They get along.
And then I finally started to say it to my friends, and they were like, we all could have told you that forever ago. We've all kind of always thought that. And they all kind of encouraged me to tell him that I had a crush on him. And then I told him that I had a crush on him, and it didn't
blew up in your face. It was weird.
Yeah, he
just kind of was like, poof, I'm gone.
Yeah,
after being so
kind of was like, and I was like, wait, I don't get this. And part of the reason I only even told him is because I thought it was mutual. Like,
well, also,
like my friends thought it was mutual.
I totally thought it was mutual.
I thought it was mutual.
Convinced. He convinced me.
I felt like I wanted to try to make the move because we also got along with each other's like friends and families, and like we were really close, and I was like, maybe I should try to give this like a little bit of a shot, but it backfired.
Yeah, backfired.
Really, it did. I started to, like, he kind of like went AWOL, and like I didn't hear from him. And then randomly he had made plans though already at that point to come out and visit. And then he got really weird about it and was like, I don't know if I'm going to stay with you. And then I was like, okay, wait, so now we're not going to be friends because I told you that? And I was just like, I felt like I ruined my whole friendship. I did. That was what I was really sad about. I remember
it was crushing
a lot about it. Yeah, I was like, he's like one of my best friends, and I felt like I was going to lose my friend then. So I was really sad. But then I remember, like, Sophie's like, I don't think it's going to be like that. But he decided to still come visit and that he was going to stay here. He still decided he was going to come out, even though I told him that I had the crush on him and stuff. But then, like, the week before he went out of, that he came out here, he also, like, didn't speak to any of us because he was away at, like, this spa with this random girl. That was wild. So then I was like, okay, he's clearly, like, dating. Like, we knew he was dating, though. He was always dating somebody. Yeah, and so, like, I knew he was dating, and it's not like I thought he wasn't going to date because I told him that I had the crush on him, but it was kind of, like, then a weird, odd, just, like, feeling for me. Because, like, he was still coming to stay here, and I had just told him I had the crush, but then I knew he had just gone on this away weekend with this girl. It was just kind of a, feeling. Right. But I was like, he's one of my close friends, and I still, of course, wanted to see him, and even though it didn't, like, work out with him also mutually saying that he was like, oh, I have a crush on you too, like, whatever. I cared about our friendship more than anything.
Well, he kind of maintained the friendship after all the freak out that he had for like a little bit. And, well, you said that you liked him. And
yes.
He was like,
oh, yes.
And then he like,
went
and then, but then he came out here
but then he
and
came
like
out.
maintained the friendship, and then he came out.
He went on that retreat with that girl, but was still coming out here. Sophie and I went and picked him up from the airport. And just right off the bat, though.
Weird energy.
Like, he was, like, fine with me, but you and him at first were very, like, standoffish towards each other. Yeah. But I also should throw in, though, that he kind of, like, had this weird crush on Sophie.
He did like me.
Like.
I don't know.
But it was kind of. I don't know how to explain it. He did. I don't know how to explain it.
How old is he?
He's way older than her.
Guess how old I am.
Well, yeah.
Circle back to guess how old I am.
We'll rewind and then, yeah. It was kind of.
It was yuck.
It was weird a little bit. He comes out here, he visits, and it's just the three of us. Sophie, him, and I. And Sophie's very close with him, too. And we decided to go to, like, a dance club, though.
My favorite. One of my favorites.
Yeah,
Not so cool anymore. They got busted for letting underage kids in, which no.
Yeah, we haven't been there in a while, but it is really cool. It's a cool spot.
It's a cool house.
It's called
spot.
Bang Bang.
They had a San Diego location. Shout out.
That's really cool.
Shout out to Izzy, who we love.
Yeah.
He had a San Diego location.
They do.
One here in Tempe.
Yeah, and then, So Bang Bang, we were there. We go to dance and to see one of your friends that was DJ. Mm-hmm. And all right, you take it from here. I'm gonna let you explain.
We were so my friend Alice was DJing and we were dancing on the dance floor, which is it's very dark in there. There's like a huge disco ball. Mm-hmm. You know, I'm wearing sunglasses inside because I always do at the club. And
we were clubbing.
We were clubbing. It was clubbing. We clubbed. And we were boonteening. And and it was Denver, Taylor, and me. And we were all dancing, and Denver's kind of like up getting dancey with me.
Yes.
And I danced back, but I didn't think anything sideways. And then I could kind of catch Taylor's vibe. She was like looking at me, and I was looking at her, and I could feel she was kind of like off. And then I remember,
will you go to the bathroom?
And she was like, "Can you go to the bathroom with me?" And I was like, "Yeah, absolutely." And I was like, "Okay, bye, Denver. Like, we'll be right back."
Yeah, we're like, go up to the bar.
Yeah,
we're like, go up to the bar.
Yeah, we'll be right back. Whatever. Bathroom. T got mad.
Not at first,
though. She got mad at me.
No, not at first. In the bathroom.
You asked me things.
No. Yes, I did. But don't you remember how it started? I came out of the bathroom because I did actually go to the bathroom.
That's
and
true.
You said, "Are you mad at me? What's going on?
I always
why are you?" She's like, "Why are you?" She goes, "You feel really off." Blah blah blah. And at first, I was like, "No, I'm good." I was like, "I think I might leave."
Right.
I was like, "I'm kind of not feeling myself." Don't leave. And then she's like, "Then I'm leaving. If you're gonna leave." And I was like, no. I was like, "Stay. You guys are having fun." And I was like, I think I should leave. I was like, "I think I should leave." And then she gave me like a look, and then I gave her a look. And then I was like, I'm not feeling like I want to be here right now. And then she was like, "Are you feeling?" And I said, "Yeah, I'm feeling uncomfortable. I feel like you and Denver are on like a one-on-one thing, and I feel very much like a third wheel right now." And I was like, "I don't like that feeling.
Totally not my intention.
I was like, I don't really want to be here. Like, if that's how it's going to be." Like, I can straight up admit it. I was probably feeling a little jealous too. Like, I was. And I was like, I just don't think I want to be here if that's going to be like what it continues. And then Sophie said, though, I will say, like, this was why I was like, okay, like, I felt like I could tell her and she wasn't gonna get mad. She was like, "Understood, I get it." And she was like, "I don't want you to feel like a third wheel. Like,
we were dancing.
It's cool. Like, don't worry, I will make sure that it's not like that." And I was like, "Okay, awesome." And then Sophie walked away. And I felt like her and I were good, though, after we talked.
And then Denver got mad.
Then Denver got mad. That's how it blew up. This is how it went. Denver came over and said to me, "I need to talk to Taylor then." And Sophie goes, "I'm going to walk away so you two can talk." And Denver was like,
so close by.
"What the?" He immediately started yelling at me.
I was overlooking.
And he was like, he did. He was like, "What the F, like, is your problem?" And I like looked at him and I was like, "My problem?" I was like, "Wow." Mm-hmm. And I was like, "Whoa." I was like, "I'm not going to be talked to like that." And I was like, why are we like
super
up here right now? I was like, we're not talking like that. I was like, I will tell you how I was feeling. I was like, I felt like in that moment, I felt like a third wheel. I felt like you guys were kind of having your own vibe, and I felt very out of place. I was like, that's just the honest truth. That's how I feel. And I was like, that's how I was feeling in the moment. I was like, I also was very honest and admitted, I also feel straight up a little jealous that I told you a week ago I had a crush on you. Now you're all dancy with my like best friend.
Right.
It didn't feel great. And I was like very honest about it. And then he started kind of like poking fun at me though for having a crush on him.
Not cool.
Yeah, and like making fun of me a little bit then like, oh, it's because you have a crush, blah, blah, blah. And I was like, oh my God, now I feel like an idiot. And I was just like, well, yeah, that was part of it. But also, I did feel like a third wheel. Like, I was like, there was that part to it, too. I was like, I'm not in love with you. Like, I was definitely not that, like, you know, when he told me he didn't have a crush on me, I did not have, like, oh, my God, I'm at the end of the world. No. Like, I was fine. So I was like, I wasn't that distraught over it. But, yeah, I was a little jealous in the moment, whatever. But, like, the fact that he made me feel that way, I felt, like, this big. And I felt, like, kind of embarrassed, really. And then after that, I was just like, okay, yeah, like, that's that. And then he's like, we're not, like, I don't want you to feel like a third wheel. Everything's good, blah, blah, blah. So we went back out and we danced for a while.
We danced.
And then we came back. Sophie went home. And Denver blew up the air mattress to sleep on. And I went, washed my face, like, got my pajamas, came out to the kitchen to get myself water and like get ready to go to bed, and he's out here and him and I are like having a convo like normal. It was literally so weird to me. Like we were having a normal conversation, like just talking like we always do, and then all of a sudden he's like decided to get out whiskey out of my freezer and like took 2 shots and then like just laid into me. He was like, you ruined the whole night, like now Sophie left, like she's not gonna stay and hang out with us, this is your fault, like you're nuts, like basically saying all this stuff to me. And I was like really taken aback and confused, and I was just like, where the heck?
Just out of nowhere, like, we left fine.
I just like felt
we were in the Uber.
We were in the Uber. Fine. That was.
Do you remember the Uber when we almost died?
Yeah, that was before though.
That was before.
So I was just like, I was really taken off guard when that happened, because I felt like we had all talked about it and it was fine. Like, I didn't feel like it was still going to be a continued thing.
Will you cut out the parts of me drooling?
Yes.
But he...
like, just zooming on her.
Definitely decided to make it, like, a bigger thing. He did. He chose to make it that big. You and I were going to be fine. I felt like we were fine that night. We knew we were going to talk about it more probably in the morning. And we were good.
Oh, yeah.
Like, we knew to, like...
we knew we were going to
leave it be, but we were good. And, like, he chose to, like...
T and I always sleep on it.
He decided... He chose to, like, blow the situation up, essentially. He did.
Was so...
like, he
dramatic
just...
all the time.
Like,
it's just always,
it was like he made it big, and it didn't need to be. Like, yeah, we were fine.
Gosh.
And he basically started yelling at me about it, and then saying that this was all my fault because I had a crush on him, that it was my fault that this all happened, and like, yada, 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 and that I was jealous. Yeah, and like, it was all me, and it just like, I felt so embarrassed and upset, I bawled. I
don't talk to him anymore.
Like, I cried because I was just like, whoa, I just felt like, I've always been like a really good friend to him. I'm so hospitable. Like, let him stay here for weeks on end. Like, I just felt like I was always a really good friend to him, and to feel like we couldn't have a calm conversation about an issue, to me was like a big red flag, because I was just like, I feel like you should be able to talk to your friends about good and bad.
At the ripe age?
Yeah. Good and bad, and not everything in life is not always hunky-dory. And I feel like my friends, at least in my life, that have stayed close with me throughout like time, that I've been friends with for a very long time, we've had arguments, or we've had fights, or we've had discussions that might not always be positive, but they're at least honest. And I felt like he like only wanted to blow it up and not really communicate. So then he decided to leave that night after he yelled at me. He was like, I'm gonna go stay in a hotel. He did, and we tried to talk to him the next day, because we ended up talking. We ended up going to brunch. We were fine.
We were fine.
Yeah, we talked about it. We were like, we're good. We went and got brunch. We invited him to go with.
Yeah. Denver texted us, and he was like, well, I can't. I'm on a plane.
And he's like, I need more time. No, remember he said, I need more time before I can talk. So then we thought he was going to give it one more day.
He was supposed to say like 2 extra days after that.
Yeah, and then he texted me the next day and was like, hey, I know that we haven't discussed anything that happened and that I left that one night, but I just don't think I want to talk about it. I'm going to head back home.
And I'm on a plane.
And I'm on a plane to go home.
And I'm going to go home.
Yeah, and he said, I'm already on a plane and I'm going back to Denver. And I was like, I called Sophie and I was really upset. And I was like, well, cool. I feel like I just lost my friend. And
it was insane to get on the plane, no warning.
And that's what our first fight came from that. But it made us way closer. Because I think in that instance, we both saw the confrontation happen and we were able to like talk about it and talk through it.
Yeah.
And, like, we were like, we're good. We're not going to not be friends over this. Like, this is stupid.
Yeah.
And we were fine. And he took it he took it like that, but then randomly, like 3 weeks later.
I blocked him.
Well, she blocked him. She was like, I can't even believe that he wouldn't even give the decency of talking. She was like very like, wow, I can't believe he wouldn't talk to you.
I don't know.
And then I still tried to wait for him to kind of reach out for a while. And then he eventually did way later than I expected. Right. Probably like 3 weeks later. And tried to just act like everything was fine. Don't you remember I was taking you to the car dealership and he called and you answered it?
I was like,
you were like, are you serious right now? He tried to FaceTime me like everything was good.
And I was all big and bold like,
and she was like, why are you calling her? Like, she, you know, whatever. And I did talk to him. And, like, I was like, I'll always care about, like, I still do care about him.
Yeah, but he came in between everything that he shouldn't have come in between. Yeah. Like, with other friends of ours. Yeah. Just, like, it was a lot.
Yeah, I don't know. Hope he's doing good.
Yeah, I wish you the best, truly, but also.
But, hope he's doing good. But, yeah, that was kind of, like, our first argument. But also a thing that, like, definitely made us realize, that was one thing I realized that we were somewhat similar on, was that I liked that Sophie, I feel like you're blunt, and I am too.
Yeah.
I feel like, yeah, we both are blunt, but I appreciate that about you as a friend because, like, we've had some hard conversations at times, but I like that but we also talk about a lot of deep things too. Like, I feel like if I'm upset about something, I go to Sophie, like, a lot. Like, I do, definitely. I feel like, so that argument was the first time I feel like I saw that as a friend with you.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh, wow, like, I can talk to her. Like, I can talk to her about things that aren't just, like, our thrifting or music or skull. Like, we've had deeper conversations. And that was
thank you, Denver.
So thank you, Denver. In a weird roundabout way, you definitely made us closer friends. We could probably keep going for hours, but we figured we should probably be quiet now and get to the final segment of the show, Taylor's Topics. So, of course, every time I have a guest on, they have topics as well. Cook's a little antsed up right now. I don't know why, but we are going to get into our Taylor's Topics for the week. Here they go. Are we ready? I'm going to let you start. You're the guest. You go first. Give me your
my first one.
What's your first Sophie Taylor's topic for the week?
Tuve Lu.
Oh.
Popularly known as Tove Lo.
Okay. Yeah, love Tove Lo.
Released an EP this past week, and her song "Let Me Go." Oh.
I need to listen to it. Like,
everyone should listen to it.
Let Me Go. Oh.
It's very club.
Oh.
It's club.
Like we would be dancing to Bang Bang in it?
Yeah, we would be going like this. Oh, and boon and scene. So
we like that.
Okay.
Tove Lo is
That's my first in. Tove Lo is always in. Tuve Lu. I saw her in New York. I love her to death. Her music is amazing. And I had to give her toilet paper in the bathroom because she was out when I saw her at Gov Ball. And I was honored to give you toilet paper, Tuve Lu. I would do it again. She delivered. She delivered. Been a fan of hers for years.
Tuve Lu. All right, Tuve Lu. She's in. I'll be listening to the song after the podcast.
Let me go. Oh.
Let me go. Oh. My first in for the week is going to be, and this just happened, it's going to be because of our wonderful editor/producer, Drew over here, toss. And what I mean by this is why it's in. I don't give a toss about you. I don't give a toss about this situation. That's my new...
Tossa.
I'm going to start using that word all the time. I don't give a toss. But I'm going to say it in an American voice.
I don't give a toss.
So if somebody's like being mean to me, I don't I don't give a flying F. I'm going to be like, I don't give a toss.
Someone's going to be like,
excuse you?
What did you say?
Toss is in. I don't give I don't give a toss about what you got to say. I don't give a toss if you said my face looked like a horse today, sir. Mr. E.D. I don't give a toss. I don't give a toss about it. I don't even give a toss.
No toss is given.
That's my first in for the week. I just like that saying. I'm really into it. Drew introduced me to it. I don't give a toss. All right. You're up.
Second. You're up. Okay, second in the ring. Sushi. Sushi's always in, but I've had so much fish
recently.
So much fish.
Diet.
On accident. I'm eating a lot of fish on accident. So sushi's super in for me. Also salmon, sea bass, you know, the likes.
I love it. I love some.
I think that Japanese food has got to be my favorite. So
real good.
Sea bass.
Sea bass is real good. I gotta be a sea bass.
Sea basses are good.
Yeah, but
it's a catch. But
the best catch in the sea.
The best. So
okay, so fish is in for us.
Sushi's super in for me. I've been eating for lunch. I've been eating for dinner. I'm kind of worried that I'm earning. I'm kind of worried that I've been eating too much fish.
Oh, fish is good for you.
Yeah, I know, but you know how you can like overeat mercury or whatever? You get like mercury poisoning, right?
I think you're okay.
Okay, I think I'm okay.
I think you'll be okay.
So sushi's in.
Sushi's in.
Because I don't have mercury poisoning. So we're good.
No mercury. That's in. Okay.
Mercury's out.
My next in is short hair on men
and women.
And women. We can say and women. So, but like short hair is like in for me right now. I feel like
keep it clean, keep it cut.
Yeah, I feel like I've been liking like the clean cut like look lately and stuff. I don't know, like. Yeah, I've been into that for men, so that's like more in for me this week. The shorter hair, like clean look. That's one of my ins for the week.
Okay, my last in, that is my own, is Sex and the City, which is also always in.
I also have been really in on Sex and the City though.
If you haven't watched it,
I've been putting it on like while I do things. If I like don't. It's a show that I can
leave
it
in the background.
But I've also seen it so many times. Yeah, so it's like I can just watch. Yeah, it definitely is a comfort show.
Well, and this generation that's like now on the internet has not seen Sex and the City. So I'm jealous of the people that get to
technically that.
Not me.
Well, even yours though.
Guess my age.
Really, no. Really, that show is not even my generation.
No, my mom used to watch it.
Yeah, I was gonna say that show's way like
which is why I wanted to watch it, and which is why I love it to this day. But people are now like just being introduced. Yes, they're just being reintroduced.
Actually, with that being said, oh my god, you would have loved this. My best friend Alexa and I, one time in Chicago, I don't remember what we were doing, but we decided to go. They had a Sex in the City pop-up bar in downtown Chicago. It was so cool.
How dare you not meet me right that moment and then just tell me
it was so cool. Every drink was like named after the characters.
The Cosmopolitan.
I have such cool, like the photos, the decor. It was so cool. It was really, really fun.
I wish I had a Cosmopolitan.
It was freezing though. Freezing.
We should do a Sex in the City themed episode.
We should do.
My toe is in
so yeah, Sex in the City, you said. Yeah, that was it. Okay,
Is it in the shot now?
Yes.
My third...
Sex in the City is in.
My third...
It's always in.
In is going to be golf for this week. And you might know, you might not know. If you follow me on social media, you probably know I'm going to start a new series of learning golf. I started golf lessons through this last week. I just got my first set of clubs. They're used. But, you know, I'm starting early with that. Like, this is new. I don't want to spend a bunch of money on clubs when I don't really know how, like, if I'm going to stick with it or not. Like, I'd love to stick with it. But, you know, when you start something new, you're not sure how into it you're going to get. And I don't want to spend a bunch of money
People say golf is addictive.
Yeah, so I really have been enjoying it so far. I've been getting my clubs out. I got them yesterday.
She's got a cute pink little pouch.
I've got everything's pink. It's really cute, and I'm really excited. I got hot pink balls. Oh my god. I dig it. Hot pink balls.
And a white and pink glove.
And a white and pink glove. So I'm going to look very Barbie out there. Gosh, I really need to get my nails and my toes done too. That needs to be in for this week. Pedicures and manicures.
Pedicures and manicures in for this week.
Really long. But yeah, golf is really in for me. I'm excited right now to get started. I loved watching the U.S. Open. Bryson DeChambeau. Oh my.
Is he cute?
Please look him up right now.
Wait, how do you spell the
look
last
up
name?
Bryson DeChambeau. Just put in Bryson and it'll come up immediately.
Bryce. It didn't pop up.
Bryson. No, Bryson, not Bryce.
Oh, sorry.
Bryson. Now it'll come up right away.
DeChambeau. Okay, guys, here, let's look. Let's share this experience together.
They already know what he looks like.
Oh, he cute.
Oh, what do you mean?
What do we think?
He's my new crush. I have like an insane...
This is very your type. He's very your type.
Oh,
I don't know if I find golfers attractive.
Bryson DeChambeau, you're in. Always.
Call
I don't know. He probably...
Give us a call.
He's probably married. I don't know if he is.
Let's look.
Should we Google if Bryson DeChambeau's married?
Yes, we should. Is Bryson, spelled that wrong, DeChambeau, Married. First papa. Okay?
I can't be the only girl that's Googling
He has a
this.
girlfriend. Meet Lilia Snyder.
Oh, she's probably beautiful. Good. And
she is.
Oh, stunning.
Good for
Stunning,
you, Bryson. Good for you,
Good job.
Bryson.
Wow.
Forget about us.
Wow.
Oh my God.
She's beautiful. She's really pretty.
Okay,
All right,
we're team Lilia.
Yeah, we are.
I don't know if that's how you say it.
Bryson and Lilia are in for the week.
Hey.
Bryson and Lilia.
Okay, now we have.
We're gonna do a topic for each other.
My in for Taylor this
boy.
week is getting better sleep. That's my in for this week. She's not been sleeping
good.
Naps are in for her this week.
No, I've only napped today. That was today is the only one.
Well,
I haven't been sleeping at all.
A suggestion
period. Today was my nap day. No, see, I'm more like the person though. I feel like I let it build up how tired I am, and then I sleep really long. Because I don't sleep that much, and then it just builds up, and then I sleep a lot. I don't know, but I've been
recommendations for sleep deprivation or insomnia would be
really bad.
She's tried melatonin. Don't say that. We've tried that.
Nothing's helping me really.
Tea? Do you ever drink tea?
I don't. I'm not really a fan of
give
tea.
Give tea a chance.
Yeah, I could. Anyway, but you're probably right. I do need that for that.
So lavender always
I haven't had good sleep.
That's your in. That's your in.
Mine
needs to be
in for Sophie this week. Wait, I want to say it exactly like I wrote it. My last in for the week for Sophie. And, oh my God, I hope you don't take this as a snide, but it's good.
It's going to be so snide.
Hikes in real dates. Real dates where men are actually paying for her. Real dates where men are actually treating her nice and doing things that they should be doing to show them that they care. That's in for Sophie this week, and that's how we're gonna end it.
Oh my God.
That I hopefully wasn't a snide.
No, I love that. I love that.
She knows I didn't mean it.
No, I love it. I love it.
So,
you know what? Thanks.
She needs to. I'm all about it.
Okay, well, thank you.
With that, Soph, thanks for coming on First Base. I hope you guys all got to know her a little bit better, as well as our friendship and me throughout the process too. Thank you guys for tuning in, and we'll see you next time.
Bye.
Okay, I think we should talk about something a little juicy.